Hey friends, welcome back to our chapter reading. Today we are continuing with The Trouble with Chickens by Doreen Cronin and illustrated by Kevin Cornell. So we are starting out with chapter 13 today. Here is the picture from the chapter. Chapter 13 is called Rehearsal. Search and rescue dogs are a rare breed. We have to be half strength, half perseverance, and half obedience. Do your own math, tough guy. I'm making a point here. If you don't have the good sense to follow orders, you're about as useful on a search and rescue mission as a scoop of vanilla ice cream. I wasn't sure what Dirt was made of, but I'd seen her follow Sugar around and do what she was told. If ever there is going to be a search and rescue chicken, she was it. If ever there was a mutt who could train a rescue chicken, it was me. I had 1 hour to teach a baby bird what had taken me and every other working dog I know more than 2 years of training to learn. Luckily, we had plenty of chicken feed. Turns out I'm a natural. I used a stick in the dirt floor of the doghouse to draw a diagram of what I had seen of the layout of the house. It looks something like this. So there's his diagram. He says the TV's there. He says Vince the dog is here. This is the eat room and us. I was going to go straight up the front steps and cause a distraction. When Dirt heard Vince barking, she was going to run in through the doggy door and make a mad dash for the couch. So over here they're drawing out their plan. The funnel made it impossible for Vince to get into small spaces. Once Dirt was under the couch, she would be safe long enough to catch her breath. Her mission was to look for any signs of her siblings and then get out. Dirt was paying close attention. Moosh did the same. We went over it a dozen times. Every time Dirt repeated my instructions back to me, she got a paw full of chicken feed. Run, hide, breathe, watch, run. I call it RHBWR, but it's hard to pronounce. We practice RHBWR for an hour, well, an hour in dog time, which is 7 hours in people time, which translates into 43 hours in chicken time. It was a long time. Moosh didn't interfere. That's when I knew something was up. Interference was Moosh's middle name. I was about to send her chick into a strange house with an angry dog, and she had nothing to say. I was so busy being Search and Rescue Teacher of the Year that I didn't realize who the actual student was. I thought I was training Dirt, but I had actually trained Moosh. She stuck around just long enough to learn what she needed to know. Then she used Dirt to distract me while she snuck off to RHBWR. I had no idea how long she'd been gone. Chapter 14, all in the timing. Chicken Mom crashed through the doggy door looking for a fight. For once, I was actually grateful for the funnel. It saved my ears from some nasty pecks. Relax, Mom, I said. They're all here. We've been expecting you. I nodded toward the couch. I couldn't tell the chicks apart unless they opened their mouths, which they did now, peeping like crazy. I told them to keep their mouths shut. I'm not leaving here without them, she said. I don't want you or your chicks, I said. I want your big dumb friend outside. JJ? Asked Chicken Mom. What for? I got as close to her face as I could. What do you care? She didn't flinch. She was one tough bird. She just wanted her chicks back and wanted out. I had to get her to trust me. Before I could say another word, I heard Hero Dog coming up the back steps. If I were you, Chicken Mom, I warned, I'd get out of the way. So that was Vince talking to Moosh, the Chicken Mom. Chapter 15, Covered in Dirt. Vince was going to be on Moosh's tail the moment she got inside, and she was too big to fit under the couch. This wasn't a search anymore, it was a rescue. Rescue is where I belong. Sometimes there's a plan, sometimes there's only adrenaline. Sometimes adrenaline is all you need. It was just a short sprint over the damp yard to get to the back door. The grass was slippery and cool under my feet. I was off so fast I couldn't have changed my mind if I'd wanted to. Dirt held onto my collar as I barreled across the yard, up the steps, and straight through the doggy door. A bad feeling went through me like a shiver. There's JJ running. The walls were a dingy blur as we slid down the long corridor. I cleared the couch, but the room was too short. I dug my nails into the small flowery carpet. The rug carried me like a sled. Dirt was as good as scrambled egg if she slammed into that wall. I flipped my head back and threw her off. At that moment, I realized what the bad shiver was all about. Vince should have been barking the moment Mooch set foot through that door, but I hadn't heard a bark out of Vince for hours. It was the last thing I remembered before everything went black. Chapter 16, Dog Day Afternoon. Now this is Vince talking again. Hero Dog knocked himself out. I hadn't planned on it, but it was a nice touch. As for the chickens, everything went almost exactly as rehearsed. The small one seemed to have second thoughts, but a nudge of plastic cone moved her along. Hero Dog was exactly where I wanted him, and the chicks didn't have a clue. Chicken Mom was my only problem. She was pretty uptight about the whole thing. I had to buy some time. Hey you, I pointed to one of the chicks. Run outside and get your mom a nice chicken feed snack. Chicken Mom eyed me suspiciously while the smallest one ran out the doggy door. See, nothing to worry about, Mom. You can leave any time you like, I lied. The rain had started up again, with thunder and lightning to boot. The smallest chick was back with the feed in a flash. Have a snack and stay dry, I said. I put on the TV to sweeten the deal. Chicken Mom and her brood were warm, dry, and staying put. 5 chickens in here is 5 too many. I was looking forward to the peace and quiet that nightfall would bring. I'm going to get rid of all of them and I don't even have to leave the house. Unlike our hero dog, I didn't need years of training. I was born brilliant. There's Vince looking really sneaky. All right, friends, that is all for today. So join me back next time and we'll pick up at chapter 17 and see what happens with Vince and JJ. See ya.